Two people start their careers on the exact same day. Same salary, same job title, same hours. 20 years later, one retires comfortably. The other is still working, still stressed, wondering where all the money went. Here's the strange part. The harder worker isn't always the one who ends up wealthy. Most people assume the answer is talent, luck, or some secret most of us never learn. But the real answer is simpler and a little uncomfortable. Staying broke has almost nothing to do with how much you earn. Picture Wheeze at the end of another long month. He worked overtime and didn't buy anything extravagant. Yet when he checks his account, there's almost nothing left. This is the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Money comes in, money goes out. The gap between the two never grows, no matter how many extra hours get added to the calendar. Here's where things get interesting. Wheeze isn't lazy or irresponsible. He's working harder than almost anyone he knows. So why does it feel like he's running on a treadmill that never moves him forward? Let's go back to those two coworkers. Call them Wheeze and Dan, same starting salary, $4,000 a month. Wheeze gets a small raise almost every year. So does Dan. On paper, they look identical. But every time Wheeze gets a raise, his spending grows right along with it. New apartment, newer car, nicer dinners. Each upgrade feels small in the moment. None of it feels reckless. This is called lifestyle inflation. It's not dramatic, not a single bad decision. It's dozens of small, reasonable-looking choices that quietly absorb every extra dollar before it can do anything else. Dan, meanwhile, does something almost boring. Every time his income rises, he keeps his spending exactly the same. He quietly redirects the difference somewhere else. 10 years pass, same jobs, same raises, same hours worked. But Wheeze has nothing saved, while Dan has quietly built a growing pile of assets now working on their own. At first, this sounds like it's just about discipline, but the real reason runs deeper than willpower. Most people are taught to chase income. Almost no one is taught to build wealth. Those aren't the same thing. Income is money that passes through your hands. Wealth is money that stays, multiplies, and starts paying you back. A high income with no assets can disappear in one bad month. A modest income with the right assets can outlast a lifetime. There's also a psychological trap underneath this. Every time we earn more, our brain quietly recalibrates what normal spending looks like. The upgrade that once felt luxurious starts to feel necessary within months. This is why a raise rarely feels like progress. Lifestyle expands just as fast as income does. The gap that actually builds wealth, the space between what you earn and spend, never gets the chance to grow. So if working harder isn't the fix, what actually is? It comes down to a simple framework that has almost nothing to do with income and everything to do with order. Step 1, pay yourself first. Before any bill or upgrade, a fixed percentage of every paycheck moves straight into savings. This happens automatically, before the money ever reaches a spending account. Step 2, keep lifestyle upgrades smaller than income upgrades. When a raise arrives, only a portion upgrades daily life. The rest moves toward assets, no exceptions. Step 3, buy assets, not just things. A thing loses value the moment it's purchased. An asset, stocks, a business, real estate, even education that raises future income, can grow and eventually pay you back. None of this requires a big salary or a lucky break. It requires automating the order money moves in, so good decisions happen by default instead of by willpower. Even a modest start, 10% of every paycheck, redirected before it can be spent, compounds into something significant. That happens over the years. Most people spend waiting for a bigger income to fix everything. Wheeze and Dan never had different incomes. They had different defaults. One let his spending rise to meet his income. The other let his assets rise instead. Working hard will always matter, but it was never the missing piece. The order money moves in, what's paid first, bought, and allowed to grow, quietly decides who stays broke.